Hello everyone, thank you for joining again. My name is Taylor and today I'm going to show you how to get input through Python. So first let's create a new file. I'm using Kate as our text editor today, and let's go ahead and click Save As. And let's save it onto the desktop. Let's name this input.py. Hit enter. Let's create our main function by saying if space underscore underscore name underscore underscore double equals open quotations underscore underscore main underscore underscore and add a colon at the end. Python allows us to grab input from the user through the terminal, and we can do that by using the input function. So I'll teach you now how to use the input function. We have to cast the input into either a string, which is a collection of characters or words. We can use a int, which is integer or whole numbers. We could use doubles, which are decimal points, as well as floats. Those are also decimal points. So let's go ahead and get some input from the user by typing number 1 is equal to, and now we specify input and then open and close parentheses. And let's open up quotations and say enter number 1. We need to cast this into the integer data type by typing int, open and close the input in parentheses. Now let's do the same thing for number 2. We're going to say number 2 equals int input, open and close parentheses and quotations, and say enter number 2. So what this will do is whatever the user types into the console down here, it will be stored in number 1, and then it'll ask you for number 2, and it'll be stored in the number 2 variable. So let's go ahead and print the results by typing print number 1 and then print number 2. Let's save this. And now let's go to our console down here and let's type python space input.py. I got this input.py by using our file name. Now let's hit enter. As you can see, it's asking me to enter number 1. I'll give this 10. And then it's asking me to enter number 2. I'll give this 3. As you can see, it printed out 10 and 3. What if we wanted to add these two numbers? We can do that by adding a new variable. Let's add it below number 2 and say total is equal to number 1 plus number 2. What this is saying is add number 1 from the input here and number 2 from this input here and place the sum of those into the total variable. Let's print out the total variable. We do that by placing print total. Let's go ahead and clear the screen by pushing Ctrl L and type python space input.py. Enter number 1. I'll do 5 this time and then 3. As you can see, it says 5, 3 because this is number 1 and number 2, and then total, which is 5 plus 3, equals 8. Now let's clean the print so that way it says number 1 is 5, number 2 is 3, and the sum is 8. We can do that by adding strings before number 1, add a string here before number 2, and then add a string here before total. Add a comma after the string and say number 1 is equal to this. Number 2 is equal to this one. And then total is equal to this. So let's save this, clear the screen with Control L, and rerun the program by typing Python space input.py. Now let's enter new numbers. I'll add 7 and then 8. So as you can see, now it's saying number 1 was equal to 7, number 2 was equal to 8, and the total is 15 because 7 plus 8 is equal to 15. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.